this?
I think so.
Okay, what I'm doing here is using the Stanley blade to scrape the plastic off the track without scraping through the copper. Just very slow and steady. You want to expose about
Right, just hold it there and just check it's working.
quarter of an inch to half inch of track. Right, so I've done this wee bit here. I'm going to do this bit over here, right next to the screw head. If you really don't want to solder, in the case of this track and many of the others, you could choose 2 points where it's mechanically connected, like the screw head there and the screw head there, and put a crimp on a bit of wire and put a bit of wire between the two. But that really is naff and a bodge too far. Much better just to do what I'm doing here and solder it up. All you're trying to do is bypass the broken bit, which in this case is right here. This corner is often the source of all the trouble. You can see how badly corroded these two tracks are compared to all the rest. You also find often down here in this bit down the bottom, you got a lot of dirt sitting on there and it can corrode. Okay, so that's about 10mm of track exposed there, about 10mm over there, and I need a piece of wire, solder wire in between the two. Bob's your uncle. Right, so having scraped my two areas that it's PCB'd into the bare copper, I need to prepare my bit of wire, and almost anything will do because there's not much current involved here. Now obviously you don't want anything too thick because you make your life extremely difficult for yourself when it comes to soldering it on. That existing repair you see there is kind of thick, but it does the job. This is much thinner stuff I'm using now. Now for this you're going to need a small hot soldering iron, electronic type soldering iron. Don't try and use a 100-watt pistol grip thing or the thing you use for plumbing pipes with. It'll just burn straight through the plastic. This is a very posh, very small hot soldering iron, but there's no need to go quite that far. Just any reasonable quality small iron will do. Now you need to tin the ends. The easiest way to do that is to get the solder to stand up by itself like that. A little solder iron just to get it tinned, and then heat the end of the wire and let the solder flow onto the wire. Remember, the solder goes onto the part, not onto the soldering iron. Wet sponge there so keeping the iron clean, absolutely essential. So heat the iron and watch the solder run in to the wire. Now we need to tin the track as well. So exactly the same format, bit of solder to tin the iron. It's awkward to get in at the right angle, and then just onto the track. There we are, we've got a nice coating of solder on the track. There we go. Bob's your uncle. Now it should just be a question of bringing the two parts together. Remember, when you do this, you need to hold them still. You ideally want it clamped in some way, but with a bit of practice and the wire bent the right way so it's putting constant pressure downwards, and fingers are good enough. Wait till she's cooled. Just bend the wire a bit so it's always going to be applying downward pressure. Heat the two bits up. Oop, that's what's called a dry joint. I've moved it after I've taken the iron away. There we are. Let it set. Bingo! 1 one joint. Now all we need to do is stick it on the bike and test it. Just test it again with a multimeter first. Good. Good continuity all the way through. I should have my display back, including my fuel gauge, and I won't run out of petrol.